Cuba is a country comprising the island of Cuba, as well as the Isla de la Juventud and several minor archipelagos. Cuba is located in the northern Caribbean, where the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic Ocean meet. It is south of both the U.S. state of Florida and the Bahamas, west of Haiti and north of Jamaica. Havana is the largest city and capital. Other major cities include Santiago de Cuba and Camagüey. At the moment, Cuba represents a huge but challenging opportunity for U.S. cruise, airline and hotel companies, as American investors to the Caribbean island could increase as much as sevenfold by 2025. That's from a report from the Boston Consulting Group. As many as 2 million Americans could visit, up from 285,000 last year. Given that its tourism infrastructure is already creaking, but tourists here say the country is refreshing.
My mother, my father, none of them have had the opportunity to come. So now that it's open, I think a lot of Americans, especially younger Americans that are now doing the, abroad and seeing more outside of our normal, are definitely going to want to come to Cuba. I think it's beautiful.
I think people are very interested. Just in my own personal small sample size of friends and family, a majority were very interested in coming to Cuba. And coming to Cuba soon, they want to see it. They want to see a culture that hasn't been touched by capitalism.
To me, it seems as if it is getting ready quickly. I mean, just in the last few days, and I was here 4 years ago, so just the comparison between the two separate trips, I've noticed a difference. The infrastructure seems like they're definitely doing work on it to improve some conditions of the city, Old Havana, and kind of get ready for the tourism that's coming in. I mean, the cruise ships alone, that's tons of people.
U.S. travel to Cuba has already surged, albeit from very low levels in the last 2 years since former Cold War foes announced a detente and the Obama administration eased travel restrictions to the island. The Cuban government aims to double hotel capacity by 2030 through partnerships with foreign companies, it pointed out. So far, Starwood is the only U.S. hotel company operating in Cuba. There's also an opportunity for expanding cruise lines to Cuba. Several U.S. cruise operators have started offering lines to Cuba in the past year. As for airlines, they need to deal with excess demand for flights to Havana. They could carry out campaigns to lure Americans to other Cuban cities, as advised by BCG, and tap into Cuban demand for flights to the United States.
This is where we disembark on the program. See you next week. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi.